Hello and welcome to the North Penn Natatorium, where we have the North Penn Maidens versus the Methacton Warriors. I'm your announcer, Steve Schwartz, and with me is Alberto Poblano.
Thank you, Steve. And as we know, the coaches for North Penn today are Denise Junis and Meryl Sawoski. And for Methacton, the coaches are Michelle Davis and Lynn Castellani, who is also the diving coach. The captains for North Penn today are Lisa Moser, Janet Taylor, and Jess Thomas. From Methacton, we have Chrissy Castellani, Katie Bittner, and Mel Rhodes.
Yeah, this is the first meet for the Maidens this season, and they're looking for a win, but Methacton is obviously also looking for a win today. All right, looks like we're about ready to start here. For North Penn, we have in lane 1, we have Lindsay Jernigan, Alyssa Moser, Janet Taylor, and Jess Thomas. That was lane 3. In lane 1, we have Kara Ketterer, Kim Klein, Becky Nawdasher, and Bree Neuschwander. In lane 5, we have Laura Deluvi, Denise LeBold, and Kristen Lano. Nicole Seward is also in lane 5. For Methacton, we have in lane 2, Getka, Bittner, Helinski, and Holmwood. Lane 4, Bell, Ostrowski, Castellani, and McKeever. Lane 6, we have Henning, Roberts, Bolani, and Frio. Right now, it looks like Jess Thomas is in the lead in lane 3 for North Penn. But close behind her in lane 4 from Methacton is Ostrowska. It looks now from Methacton in lane 4. Castellani is now in the lead. Methacton is now taking the lead. So North Penn is right behind in lane 3.
We have here a 2-medley relay. That's the event they're swimming right now. It consists of 4 swimmers. Each swimmer swims 1 stroke, back, breast, fly, and freestyle. The keys to this event are a good start off the block, and some points that I have here. It's whole relay is disqualified if you leave early. If swimmer and block can see their hand touching the wall, then the start's too slow.
All right, so we have in lane 4, Methacton with a time of 2:01:29. Second place, we have North Penn, 2:04:83. Third place is also North Penn with 2:05:58. Fourth place is North Penn again in lane 5 with 2:06:85. In 5th place was Methacton, 2:12:04, and in 6th place was also Methacton in 2:21:93. Now we should be getting ready for the 200-meter freestyle, which we have in lane 1, Lee Bicochi for North Penn. In lane 3, Andrea Umlauf. And in lane 5, Katie O'Brien. From Methacton, we have Kowalczyk, Robinson, and MacArthur. Robinson's in lane 2. Kowalczyk's in lane 4, and MacArthur's in lane 6. And it looks like they're getting ready to get up on the blocks right about now. And just to run through those times real quick again, we have Methacton in first place with a team of Bell, Ostrowska, Castellani, and McKeever. They were the fastest with a time of 2:01:29. And then right behind them was North Penn in lane 3 with Lindsay Jernigan, Alyssa Moser, Janet Taylor, and Jess Thomas with a time of 2:04.83. North Penn also came in third and fourth with times of 2:05.58, 2:06.85. In fifth place was Methacton with 2:12.04, and in sixth place was Methacton with 2:21.93.
Now in this event, the 200 freestyle, it consists of 8 laps by one swimmer. The keys, as we all know, is a good start and pacing themselves. In high school, this is considered a distance event. However, in college, it is considered a sprint. 1,000 or 40 laps, or the 1650, which is 66 laps, is considered a distance event in college.
Yeah, it's a distance or a sprint, it doesn't matter. 200 meter freestyle, you need a lot of stamina for that. And they're getting ready. The swimmers have been delayed now. They will be soon getting in the water, though. Okay. I'm not sure what the delay is right now, but I know that Lee Bakocha for North Penn is in lane 1. In lane 3 for North Penn is Andrea Umlauf, and in lane 5 is Katie O'Brien. And for Methacton, we have in lane 2 Robinson, in lane 4 Kowalczyk, and in lane 6 MacArthur.
The 200 freestyles, 8 laps by one swimmer. As we said before, the keys are a good start and pacing themselves. And in high school, this is considered a distance event. But in college, it's considered a sprint. 1,000, which is 40 laps, or 1650, which is 66 laps, is considered a distance event in college.
Okay, the starters are back up on their blocks now, and they're waiting for the whistle. Well, it looked to me like that in lane 6 was who had the best start, with MacArthur from Methacton. So far, the race is pretty much head-to-head, but in the lead, I do believe, is in lane 3 for North Penn, Andrea Umlauf. And she's really smoking. She's ahead of everybody in this race. She's now halfway down her third length of the pool, and she's still in first place. Second place, a little bit behind her, is also from North Penn, her teammate Katie O'Brien in lane 5. Behind her, I'd have to say, would be from Methacton in lane 2, Robinson. And MacArthur in lane 6 from Methacton, who had that great start, is lagging a bit behind. And in the lead right now, we still have North Penn in lane 3, Andrea Umlauf. Katie O'Brien is behind her in lane 5. And in lane 1, we have her teammate, Lee Bakocha. But right behind her in lane 2 from Methacton is Robinson. Basically, North Penn is really dominating this race right now. Okay, we now know that in lane 3, Andrea Umlauf has completed her race at 2 minutes, 9 seconds. And behind her we have, in lane 5, Katie O'Brien with a time of 2:13.66. In third place we have someone from Methacton, Kowalczyk with a time of 2:22.13. Fourth place is again North Penn, 2:23.35. That's lane 1 with Lee Bakocha. And in fifth place is Methacton, 2:25.40. And that's lane 2 with Robinson. In sixth place is MacArthur with a time of 2:46.68. But I can really tell this whole race, if anybody's watching, you can really tell how Andrea Umlauf just dominated this race. She took the lead right after the start. She stayed in the lead and just kept pulling ahead. And I just want to say again, she finished this course 2:09.78. Yeah, right now we have the 200 individual medley, which we have for lane 1, Rebecca Grant from North Penn. Lane 3 is Brittany Jernigan, and lane 5 is Julie Good. For Methacton, we have in lane 2, McKeever, in lane 4, Ostrowski, and in lane 6, Bell. And they're off here.
Now the individual medley consists of 8 laps. One swimmer swims 4 different strokes in this order: butterfly, backstroke, breast, and free. The keys to this event are the starts, the turns, and in the breaststroke can make or break an individual medley swimmer. Some people consider the individual medley one of the hardest events in swimming due to various muscle groups used during the race.
Touching it after the first lap in lane 4 was Ostrowski from Methacton. And I believe she is still currently in the lead. Right on her tail from North Penn in lane 3, Brittany Jernigan. Who I believe is just taking the lead to the second turn of her backstroke. Now we have the breaststroke. And again in lane 4 with Methacton still in the lead. Like Alberto said, that breaststroke might be a major part of this race, and Methacton is really taking this race away with the breaststroke here. Ostrowski in lane 4 is really taking the lead now. She is a good 6 feet ahead. Now they're doing the freestyle. This just might be one of the hardest events that we have today because of all the different muscle groups being used. I mean, first they have to do the one stroke, and then the next they have to know what they're doing. And we have right now touched in lane 4, Ostrowski with a time of 2:17.36. But right on our tail at 2:22.37 in lane 3, second place, is Brittany Jernigan from North Penn. North Penn also has third place with lane 1, Rebecca Grant's time of 2:28.38. Fourth place, though, was taken by Methacton in lane 2 with 2:29.20 with McKeever. And in fifth, we have lane 5 for North Penn, Julie Good, with a time of 2:34.59. And in sixth place, we have lane 6 for Methacton, 2:53.69 with Bell. I mean, it started out, looked like it was a close race, but right when it got to the breaststroke, one of the keys of this race, Methacton really took it away as Ostrowski in lane 4 just pulled ahead, and then she held on to the lead ever since then. Okay, now we have the 50-meter freestyle coming up, and for North Penn we have Dawn Lindy in lane 1, in lane 3 Lindsay Jernigan, and in lane 5 Katie Paul. For Methacton we have in lane 2 Kostelny, in lane 4 Helinski, and Friel in lane 6. The swimmers are getting ready on their blocks. They're taking a mark.
Now, as we know, the 50 freestyle, it's a short race, short sprint race. It's only 2 laps by one swimmer. They need to get right up and start swimming. One of the keys to this race are starts and the turns.
All right, at the end of this quick sprint, we have in lane 3 for North Penn with a time of 26:25, Lindsay Jernigan. Following her in second place is also for North Penn, Katie Paul, with a time of 26:75 in lane 5. And in third place was taken by Methacton's quickest swimmer in lane 4, Helinski, with a time of 28:44. Fourth place was taken by North Penn in lane 1 by Dawn Lindy, and she had a time of 29:06. Fifth place was taken by Methacton, a time of 30:10, and sixth place was 36:35, also by Methacton. Okay, now that's it for the first 4 races today. We're gonna go to break now. We'll see you soon with North Penn Sports Diving. After the break.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that.
Why design the world's newest chips?
When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra.
No pocket protectors here.
But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look.
That's math staring back at you.
It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
Hello and welcome back to North Penn Diving. We're still in the North Penn Auditorium where we have diving for North Penn, Hendricks, Petro, and Dorn. And for Methacton we have Otvos and D'Onofrio. Up first is Hendricks diving for North Penn, and we're going to see what she's going to do right now. She did a nice job with that dive. It looked like it was a simple back dive off the diving board. And now up to dive should be Becky D'Onofrio from Methacton. It was also the very same dive, very well performed. And now we have Jamie Petro coming up to dive.
Now in diving, each person is required to dive 6 times. One of the dives is required, and the divers pick the other 5. One of the keys to this event are the approach, the form, and the amount of splash that they have when they hit the water.
Right now, I believe they are doing their required dive. It's a simple back dive into the water off the diving board.
6, 5, 5.5. Judy Otto, diver 201, back dive, straight position, 1.8.
Yeah, that was the start of round 2 of the diving with Hendricks from North Penn. And now we should be setting up for D'Onofrio from Methacton for her second dive. And for that dive, the scores were 4, 4 1/2, 5, and 4. The next dive, I believe, is by Hendricks, with a difficulty of 1.7. It involved a somersault. Scores for that were 5, 4, and 5. Next dive is of a difficulty 1.8, and it's a reverse dive. Scores for that were 4 1/2, 5, and 5 1/2. Now Jamie Petro is on her next dive. And for that dive, she received 4.5, 4.5, and a 5. Ontvos from Methacton is now diving with that next dive is difficulty of 1.5. Let's see what she does here. For that, she gets a 5.5, a 6.5, and a 4.5. Some of the highest scores we've seen yet. Okay, the next one is of 1.8, and it involves a twist. And this is coming from North Penn's Dorn. Let's see how this dive goes. That was a beautiful dive. What do you think, Alberto?
Yeah, I believe it's beautiful.
But for that, she only gets a 5.5, a 5, and a 6. That dive scored a 6, a 6.5, and a 7. That dive came from Methacton. Now we have North Penn diving again. For that, she gets a 6, 6.5, and a 5.5. That dive scored a 7, a 6, and a 6.5. As you can see, the divers are pulling off better dives as they're going along. That dive received only a 4, 3.5, and a 4. The next diver comes from North Penn, I believe, and has a difficulty of 1.7.
Now, as we said before, Steve, some of the keys to this are the approach that divers take, the form, and the amount of splash that they have when they hit the water.
Yes, I think the splash she just received was quite a small splash. She received a 5.5, a 6.5, and a 7 for that dive. That was a beautifully executed dive. Very little splash. Can't wait to see the scores on this one. 2 6.5s and a 7. From my angle, that was a very beautiful dive. And I think with that dive, it was slightly more splash than wanted, but it was still a nice dive. Now you have Jamie Petro from North Penn again, getting ready to dive. The 1.9. That was a 4.5, a 4.5, and a 5 for that dive. I believe that dive received 3.5s across the board. That dive received 3.5, 5, and 3.5. A 3.5 and a 6 and a 4 was received for that dive. That dive received a 3.5, a 4, and a 3.5. That dive received 5, 5.5, and 5.
Some of these dives have been very well executed. It's just the amount of splashing that's what really affected the scores for the divers.
And you can tell exactly how good the dive is executed, how well it's executed by the reaction of the coach. And we've seen a lot of times from Methacton that she's been very well pleased with her divers today. Okay, that wraps up the diving portion of today's meet. And we'll be back right after this break for more swimming action in the North Penn Natatorium.
Who are you?
See more smoke. Smoke detector. And I see more smoke coming from that toaster.
Oh my. Thanks for warning us, Seymour.
I hate smoke. So whenever I see it, I make this noise to warn you. Because where there's smoke, there may be fire.
Be cool about fire safety.
Be cool.
Hello, welcome back, and we're in the middle of this first race. We're back here at the North Penn Natatorium. And this is the 100 butterfly. And right now we have in lane 1, Katie Plewinski from North Penn. In lane 3, we have Alyssa Moser from North Penn. In lane 5, we have Ashley Jernigan from North Penn. And for Methacton, in lane 2, Brittany Bittner. In lane 4, Castelny. And in lane 6, Bilani. Now, right now, it looks like North Penn is taking this race. In lane 3, with the best time of 1:03.02, is Alyssa Moser. In lane 5, coming in second, is also North Penn with 1:04.49, Ashley Jernigan. Coming in third place is lane 1, with 1:07.85 is also North Penn with Katie Plewinski. In fourth place is Methacton in lane 4 with Castelny. And fifth place is lane 2, Methacton, Bittner. And coming in last in sixth place in the sixth lane is, at a time of 1:23.03, is Methacton's Bilani. Okay. The next race that we're going to come up to is the 100-meter freestyle. We're going to have in lane 1, Kelly Rembold from North Penn. Lane 3, Laura DeLuby. And lane 5, Kim Klein, all from North Penn. And for lane 2, we have Helinski from Methacton. Lane 4 is McKeever. And lane 6 is Roberts, all from Methacton. They're getting up on the blocks now. Okay. They're taking their mark, and they're in the water. I believe the best starting time right there, reaction time, was in lane 4 for Methacton, which was McKeever, which is their fastest swimmer for this race, I believe. And in the lead on the stretch home is North Penn, lane 3, Laura DeLuby. who's, yes, about a half a second quicker than McKeever from Methacton, who touched in next. And then after that was lane 5 with Kim Klein. They're still going here, but the lead has gotten bigger. We have in first place lane 3, North Penn. And then we have Methacton in lane 4 with McKeever. Coming in third place is also North Penn in lane 1. All right, here are the final scores right here. In first place is North Penn with a time of 59:54. That's lane 3, Laura DeLuby. In second place is Methacton, a time of 1:00:76 in lane 4. That is McKeever. In third place, we have North Penn's lane 1, Kelly Rembolt, with a time of 1:01:12. And in fourth place is North Penn, 1:01:77, lane 5, which is Ashley Jernigan. And then we have, bringing in the two last positions, fifth place, lane 2, 1:04:88, which was McKeever. I believe, no, excuse me, lane 2 was Holinsky, and in lane 6 was Roberts for Methacton, with a time of 1:08:32. The main point of that race was basically they wanted to get a good start and sprint for all 4 laps. Now we're going to come up to the 500 freestyle. And we have in lane 1, Bree Neuschwander from North Penn. North Penn has in lane 3, Denise LeBold. In lane 5, Jen Morelli. We have for lane 2, Methacton, Kowalczyk. Lane 4, Robinson. Lane 6, Homewood.
Now the 500 freestyle is considered a distance event in high school. It consists of 20 laps. And another swimmer has cars that keep track of the laps for swimmers. As you can see after each lap, the cannons are shaking those cars vigorously.
All right. Off to a good start, I believe, in lane 5 for North Penn is Jen Morelli with the early lead. And right now, she's holding the lead. I do believe that this is a race where the swimmers do want to pace themselves. And I believe if Jen Morelli can keep this pace up for the whole race, she's going to really take the race, because she's ahead of her own teammate in lane 3, Lauren DeLuby, who is about a few feet behind her. And they're the two in the lead, and everybody else is swimming along right behind them, because after those two, we have in third place in lane 1, Kelly Rembolt. And Methacton is pulling up the rear with Robinson, Kowalczyk, and Homewood. Like Alberto has said, this race is 20 laps. So it will give us good time to go over the diving results. Oh, I'm sorry, I believe there's a problem here with the diving results. We're gonna have to wait a second while we get those. We're still watching the race here, and in lane 5 for the 500, Jen Morelli has slowed down a bit, but is still keeping a good pace, because right with her in lane 3 is Denise LeBold, and they're still taking the head of the race here. Okay, and with those diving scores, Alberto's trying to search for those diving scores right now while we're watching this 500 freestyle. When he gets back, I'll let everybody know, and we'll transfer those scores to you as soon as possible. I do still believe North Penn is in the lead. Yes, lane 5, Jen Morelli has so far racked up a time of 3:51.20. Right behind her is her teammate in lane 3, Dennis LeBold. And they're going to keep swimming here at North Penn Natatorium. Now this is quite an amazing feat for swimmers to keep up for this long. They have to be in great swimming condition. And they have a lot of helpers here because there's people on the sidelines helping them out, telling them how to swim, kick, and get themselves to home, get themselves done with this race as soon as possible because they need the best time to win. Now, what you might see here, I'm not sure, is there might be an up and down pumping of the signs that are being shown, how many laps are left. Now, when they're being pumped up and down, that's showing that the swimmer needs to hurry up. That is a hurry up signal for our swimmers here. And this race is a very excellent show of the interaction between the swimmer and the coach. We can see Denise Junis here helping her swimmers, guiding her swimmers along. She's really rooting them on here. Okay, we have time. 5 minutes, 32 seconds, 66 hundredths. That is the time for lane 5. Jen Morelli in first place. In second place is North Penn with a time of 5:37.63. That's lane 3 with Denise LeBold. And in lane 1, Bree Neuschwander with a time of 6:00.96 in third place. And Methacton is still swimming. Okay, the results from that race again are in lane 5. First place, 5:32.66, Jen Morelli. In second place, lane 3, 5:37.63, Denise LeBold. And Bree Neuschwander in lane 1 for third place with 6:00.96. Fourth place is Methacton's in lane 2, Kowacek, and she has a time of 6:31.03. Fifth place is taken by Methacton also in lane 4, Robinson, with a time of 6:44.07. In lane 6, in sixth place, a time of 6:45.89 is Homewood. Coming up next is a 200 freestyle relay, and in lane 1 for North Penn is Katie O'Brien, Julie Good, Dawn Lindy and Ashley McNeil. In lane 3, we have Alyssa Moser, Katie Paul, Christy Carr, and Brittany Jernigan. In lane 5, we have Nicole Seward, Andrea Umlauf, and Rebecca Grant, and Ashley Jernigan. For Methacton, in this 200 freestyle relay, we have in lane 2, Jameson, Friel, Kane, Kaselny. Lane 4 is McKeever, Bittner, Kensky, and we have a false start. We're gonna find out who that's on. Yeah, that beep is just to let us know that there is a false start, but for the swimmers, they drop the rope, the yellow rope that's hanging in front of your view over the pool. And again, with the lane count, we have in lane 4, McKeever, Bittner, Pikensky, and Ostrowski for Methacton. And Methacton has in lane 6, MacArthur, Henning, Villani, and Roberts. Now we're going to see what's going on here. They're going to get ready to start one more time. See if everybody can wait for the whistle this time. All right, that's a clean start. And North Penn is in the lead again in lane 3. And as you'll notice, I did say that there were swimmers in lane 6, MacArthur, Henning, Villani, and Roberts. It seems to be right now Methacton has no one in lane 6. So we only have 2 sets of swimmers from Methacton right now. So right now I'm going to kick it over to Alberto Poblano, who's going to go over the diving results.
Now for the diving results, first place we have for North Penn, Hendricks with a 184.80. Second place we have Petro with 176.30. Third place we have Dorn with 173.60. As we can see, North Penn just dominated diving. And fourth place we had Advos for Methacton, and fifth place we have D'Onofrio for Methacton. Now back to you, Steve.
All right, we still have North Penn in the lead in lane 3 with a time of 1:17.71. North Penn also has second and third place. Methacton in lanes 4 and 2 respectively are in fourth and fifth place. Okay, and in first place, we have lane 3 with a time of 1:43.87. In second place is lane 5, also North Penn, time of 1:51.44. In third place is also North Penn with 1:51.98. Fourth place is lane 4 with Methacton's 1:52.15. And lane 2 is fifth place, 2:04.24. As you can see, North Penn held on to this race. The team in lane 3 of Alyssa Moser, Katie Paul, Christy Carr, and Brittany Jernigan, they just dominated this race the whole way through. And they took it on home for North Penn. Another victory in this race right here. Now we'll be moving on to the backstroke. And we're going to have in lane 1 for North Penn, Lindsay Whitmer. Lane 3, Jess Thomas, who is one of the captains. And Janet Taylor in lane 5, who is one of the other captains. And for the 100-meter backstroke from Methacton, Galbraith in lane 2. Lane 4 will be Bell, and lane 6 is Getka. And for the start, it looks like it's pretty much head-to-head in the beginning between lanes 3 and 4. Just as a reminder, lane 3 for this event is Jess Thomas for North Penn, and lane 4 is Bell from Methacton. They are head-and-head right now. But I do believe at the time of 35-34, North Penn is touched in, so she's about 21 hundredths of a second quicker in this race right now. She's just barely getting by here. Barely getting by Methacton's Bell in lane 4. In third place, we have in lane 1, North Penn's Lindsay Whitmer. And in fourth place, Janet Taylor in lane 5. No, I'm sorry, that's lane 6. That's Methacton in 5th place with Getka. So our totals come in right now. In first place is North Penn. In lane 1, Lindsay Whitmer. Second place is Methacton, lane 4. Lane 3, we had a time of 1:11:06, and lane 4 from Methacton, 1:11:19, and that is Bell. In third place is lane 1 for North Penn, Lindsay Whitmer, and she had a time of 1:14:08. Fourth place was taken by Getka of Methacton with a time of 1:16:06. Fifth place was taken by another Methacton member, Galbraith, with a time of 1:19:15. Sixth place was taken by North Penn's Janet Taylor with a time of 1:23:19. Pulling in the last leg of this race here. Coming up next is the breaststroke, the 100-meter breaststroke. And we're going to have Christina Long in lane 1 for North Penn, Becky Newdasher in lane 3, and in lane 5 we have Kara Ketterer. From Methacton we have Ostrowski in lane 4, in lane 2 we have Bittner, and in lane 6 we have Roberts.
Another 100-meter breaststroke consists of 4 laps by one swimmer. Some of the keys for this event are the starts and the turns. One stroke where there's a lot of technique involved is the breaststroke. The pullouts are extremely important to this event. Most speed will be off turn underwater.
And you'll also notice in this race in the very beginning that when they dive in the water, they stay underwater for considerably large amount of time. That is to get a better start. So far, it looks like in lane 4, Ostrowski is in the lead by about a half of a second. Okay, it looks like North Penn is taking the lead right now. And first place, no, I believe it's Methacton is actually taking the lead. They have won this race with a time of 1:10:23 over North Penn's best time of 1:13:97. From Methacton in lane number 4 was Ostrowski, who had first place. Second place was North Penn's Jen Morelli in lane 5 with a time of 1:13:79. North Penn took in lane 3, took third place is 1:13:98 with Denise LeBold. Fourth place was taken by Methacton's 1:15:87 in lane 2. That was Bittner. And 5th place was taken by North Penn, lane 1, with a time of 1:18.12. That was 3 Neuschwander. And also, last place, lane 6, was number 6. Was 6th place in lane 6, time of 1:22.47 was Roberts. So we're going to get ready now for the 400 freestyle relay. We have North Penn in lanes 1, 3, and 5, which has been the setup for the day today. And for the setup for the day has also been lanes 4, 6, and 2 for Methacton. Now, usually the way the sport is set up is so that one team will have the odd lanes and one team will have the even lanes. Right now, today, North Penn had the odd lanes, and they put their fastest swimmers usually in the middle, which would be lanes 3 and 4. Okay, so for this 400 freestyle relay, we basically have 4 swimmers, each doing 4 laps. And they get to swim freestyle, and they have to just go as quick as they can, get back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and win the race for North Penn or Methacton, whoever's the better swimmer.
That's right, Steve. Some of the keys to this race are the quick starts and the good exchanges on the laps.
Yeah, that's right, Alberto. You would definitely want to notice how when the one swimmer finishes, that the other swimmer does not enter the pool before the other swimmer's finished her section of the race. And right now we have in first place so far is North Penn with a time of 28:30 compared to Methacton's best time of 32:86, which is 4th place. So far so good. North Penn is dominating this race, which has been most of the relays today and a few of the other races. North Penn has really been getting off to a great start and as best as they could, keep the lead. Now for the first section of the race, we had North Penn coming in first, second, and third with a best time of 58:02, 59:31, and 1 minute and 22/100ths of a second. Here comes Methacton in, they're switching up. And we're about 1/3 through this race right now. North Penn still holding on to their healthy lead in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Lane 3 so far being the most successful with the largest lead. The swimmers for this race for North Penn, although I do not know which lane they're in, Alyssa Moser, Laura Danubi, Andrea Umlauf, Liba Kocha, Julia Good, Rebecca Grant, and Ashley Jernigan. We also have some freshmen racing, Christina Carr, Ashley McNeil, Jen Morelli, Katie Flewinski, Kelly Rembold, and Lindsay Whitmer. For Methacton, I can give you the exact lineup, which would be in lane 2 would be Friel, Galbraith, MacArthur, and Bell. Lane 4, Holmwood, Kowalczyk, Robinson, and Getka. Lane 6 would be Henning, Appleman, Kane, and Bolani, which are now not doing as well as North Penn, but they're holding in there, keeping their pace up, and they're swimming right along. I do now believe that in lane 3, North Penn has their 4th swimmer in the pool. Okay, so right now we still have North Penn in the lead. Okay, for North Penn is lane 1, which is the lead right now. Lane 5, the time of 4:02:11. And they are done the race now. North Penn is finished swimming with a time of 4:02:11 in lane 5. In lane 3, 4:06:22, that's second place. In third place is lane 1 in 4:10:39. Okay, so Methacton has for 4th place lane 4, 5th place is lane 2, and 6th place is lane 6. Just run over those times again for you. Lane 5, we had first place, time of 4:02:11. Lane 2 lane 3 was second place, with a time of 4:06:22. And right now, we're going to get the lane assignments of who was actually in the winning lane, lane 5, with a time of 4:02:11. I want to repeat, the key to this race was definitely keeping down the transfers of people into the pool and definitely knowing what you were doing and keeping your pace and doing the turnovers and turning. And that was the last race, so soon we'll be finding out the points of the race, of the whole meet, and see who won. Okay, right now we have for North Penn 129 and Methacton 57. That is the final score. So as we know, North Penn has taken this race. That's it for the meet here between North Penn and Methacton. The final score being 129-57 in favor of North Penn. I'm Steve Schwartz.
And I'm Roberto Perano. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time on North Penn Television.
Music is a way of learning, integrating all disciplines of education, creating a learning environment where children want to learn. Music is an important part of the classroom curriculum. Children experience history and world cultures as they listen to and perform music of other times and places.
What music means to me is to get a better education. Making the sounds of the music and playing the notes.
Education in the arts promotes higher level thinking skills by fostering creativity, imagination, self-discipline, teamwork, and self-esteem. Involvement in a music program leads to higher SAT scores.
The music program at North Penn has provided me with the skills I need to either pursue a career in music or even a hobby. I know that the North Penn music program will have provided me with the skills that I need to do so.
Music instills a sense of cultural identity and pride in our children. Music is the beat of education.
I hang out with a pretty trashy circle. The circle that helps this circle by recycling trash. We sort glass, plastic, separate cans, stack newspapers and magazines. Now, thanks to us, there are lots of products made from things we've already recycled. This cereal box wants your Sunday paper. These paper clips, in a more daring life, a 56 convertible. The circle works like this. It starts when we recycle trash at home and at work. It's completed when we buy products made from or packaged in recycled materials. How do you know the difference? Check the label for something called post-consumer recycled content. It looks like this. Make a mental note. Then buy the highest percentage of it you can find. You'll save a tree, you'll save energy, and in your own way, you'll help save the world. Complete the circle.
Call 1-800-CALL-EDF for your free Buy Recycled shopping guide. 1-800-CALL-EDF.
A crayon box that talked. While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say. I don't like red, said Yellow, and Green said, nor do I. And no one here likes orange, but no one knows just why. We are a box of crayons that doesn't get along, said Blue to all the others. Something here is wrong. Well, I bought that box of crayons and took it home with me and laid out all the colors so the crayons could all see. They watched me as I colored, with red and blue and green and black and white and orange and every color in between. They watched as green became the grass and blue became the sky. The yellow sun was shining bright on white clouds drifting by. Colors changing as they touched, becoming something new. They watched me as I colored. They watched till I was through. And when I'd finally finished, I began to walk away. And as I did, the crayon box had something more to say. I do like red, said Yellow, and Green said, so do I. And Blue, you are terrific, so high up in the sky. We are a box of crayons, each one of us unique. But when we get together, the picture is complete.
Do you think you have the power to change the world?
I can change the world one child at a time.
I know I can make a difference in those children's lives.
I teach.
I teach. Yes, they're teachers, but to the kids they reach, they're heroes.
I teach.
Do you have the power to wake up young minds, to be someone's hero? Teach, to make an impact on our future. Call 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.